You and have a good evening.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm a big fan of trying new stuff. So
After tonight, I don't want you to feel that way. No, I always tell people, and I mean,
I get you.
I don't want to be. I don't expect to be the only thing you smoke. I just hope I can be in your rotation. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Want to try out that sampler?
I'm eyeing the salvation, so if that's in there, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, one of everything's in there.
Sweet.
And it's a good way to try it.
Yeah.
Hit that low.
Welcome to All Hallows Eve. We're celebrating. You get 2 guesses. Yeah, that's right, Halloween. And guess who our guest star is today? You get 2 more guesses. Black Label Trading Company and Blackwork Studio. What could be more appropriate than a brand that represents itself with such gothic art? And we recently had at our brick and mortar some time with these 2 boutique brands, and this is what you got with your purchase. So that's pretty cool, huh? So what we're smoking today is Lawless. Check out that artwork. Pretty spooky, huh? I'll turn it around so you can see the back. And it has 2 bands on it. The bottom band tells us exactly what we're smoking. This is the Lawless line. The particular size of this vitola is a 6 by 50 vitola. And it comes in a Churchill as well as a Grand Toro. The components of this are an Ecuadorian Rosado wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and filler. So let's see what we got. Now this is my first time ever smoking this particular line, so we'll see. But I've tried Salvation, and that was a pretty good cigar. So hopefully this is just as awesome. Now this isn't a very deep V-cut, but you can see it is a V-cut. I'll turn it this way for you. And turn it around, and then we'll give it a little turn right here. All right, let's try a cold draw. I get a little bit of sweetness on the cold draw, but there's nothing like lighting it up to see what it gives. Give it a little toast. I felt like here we are on All Hallows Eve, and it's a good time to have something hopefully rich and delightful. Maybe something chocolatey, since people usually get chocolate at Halloween. And right away, I can tell you there's a sweetness to this cigar. And you can probably already see the copious smoke coming off of it. So I'm ready for Halloween. How about you guys? I have on my Halloween Harley Davidson t-shirt. It's time to check the dinner. I'll be back. I know y'all were deeply concerned about my dinner, and it's just fine. Now we're just gonna let it cook. So as I was saying, I don't have many Halloween t-shirts or things that celebrate Halloween. I don't even usually dress up for Halloween. Do you guys usually dress up for Halloween? It seems like a really big holiday. I think I'd read that people spend the most money on Halloween, second only to Christmas. That's pretty crazy. I can't even imagine, but yeah, whatever you like, do it and do it big, because what? YOLO. yeah. Back to the cigar. There's a nice, smooth creaminess to it. I would say the flavors are mild to medium. I'm getting some milk chocolate, and I love chocolate. And let me tell you what I've paired it with. This is a local brew. It's called Scotia from Bosque Brewing. It's a Scottish ale. It's got I believe 8% ABV. So it's a pretty full flavored beer. But when I was reading about this cigar, there were some suggested pairings, and I think some of the suggestions were a Shiraz, which I actually do have open, but I had already poured the beer, so it was too late to go back on it. Shiraz, bourbon. I don't remember some of the other pairings. Maybe a rum would be good with it. I'm going to give you a chance to look at the coloring on this wrapper again. I don't know if you can see it or appreciate it. There we go. Maybe now that it's out of the shadow. But it has kind of a reddish hue to it, most likely from the Rosado. But it's really a quite beautiful cigar. I don't get a whole lot of spice out of it, so if spice is what you're looking for, I wouldn't say that this would be my go-to. But if smooth, creamy sweetness, and let me just clarify, when I say sweetness, I don't mean like an infused tip, like maybe a Drew Estate Deadwood Lady or some other infused cigar, but just a natural sweetness in the tobacco and in the blend. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. Some earthiness. The other thing to note so far is that it is burning pretty evenly. Do you have a favorite Halloween cigar? So I don't know if you know, but Drew Estates did come out with a special edition of Deadwood Ladies Dia de los Muertes for Halloween. Maybe now I'm starting to pick up a little hint of spice. Uh-oh, the sun's going down. I'm probably going to melt in a few minutes. So that retro hail gave me a little bit of maybe walnut, some kind of nut, but I don't know if I've tasted that nut yet, so I can't really describe it that well. Kind of bittersweet. I'm falling into the shadow. I don't know if you can see me, so I'm going to make some adjustment. Speaking of shadows, did y'all ever watch that show, What We Do in the Shadows? If you haven't, you should. But let me see if I can fix this. All right, so I'm back with the rest of this Lawless cigar by Black Label Trading Company. And we're about 2/3 of the way through it. And I can tell you it stayed pretty consistent with the chocolate, but one thing I've noticed is that it's about a little bit of spice. Check it out again, in case you missed it. So I'm getting a little bit more spice. And I don't know if you noticed, but I've changed up the environment. I'm now in my girl Zebo. This is my wintertime setup, or maybe it should be called a she Zebo. I don't know. She Zebo, girl Zebo. They both sound good. But anyway, this is my wintertime setup. And I've got the propane heater going. And it's actually quite cozy out here. But it's only maybe in the low 60s, so we'll see how cozy and toasty it is if I'm out here in the 30s and 40s. Yeah, a little bit of spice there. So I also changed up my drink. I'm keeping with the theme of darkness and Halloween. So this is my Star Wars Darth Vader cup. It's pretty cool, huh? So I got it at the Hollywood Studios at Disney World, where they have a whole Star Wars themed kind of exhibit, amusement park where you can ride on the Millennium Falcon, and there's like 4 people can get in it at a time, so one person can be the pilot. I got to be the pilot. Yes, it was super cool. And an engineer, and then some other 2 rando people that I don't think they contribute at all to the battle. But in this goblet is some Shiraz, because that was one of the suggested pairings, and because all the beer was gone. So we'll see if drinking something different brings out different notes, but tastes the same to me so far. Ooh, the ambiance lights just came on in the gazebo. I don't think you can see them because the camera's set too far down, but there are market lights. Is that what you call it? Market lighting? All the way around, so that when it gets dark, you still have some light out here. And I had to put on a sweatshirt. And yes, it's a Honda sweatshirt over my Harley t-shirt, but that's because I also have a Honda. So I don't discriminate. If you're on 2 wheels, that's what matters. It doesn't matter what it is. Just get on those 2 wheels. My Honda is a 2010 Goldwing ABS. Whatever it's called, the ABS Nav edition. And it's been cross country and back. It has proved to be a worthy tour. You guys probably already know this about Honda Goldwings. If you want to go long distance in luxury and comfort, that's the ride to take. Like I said before, this was my first time trying the Lawless cigar, and I tried the Salvation. And I like to try something at least 3 times. But sometimes, you know, right after the first smoke, it's something you really enjoy. Or you might decide it's nothing you ever want to try again. But if you're undecided, it's good to give it a couple more tries and see if it's something that winds up in your humidor. I taste a little bit of nougat. You know that stuff that's in the Milky Way, or is it the Three Musketeers? I think it's the Three Musketeers that has the nougat in it. I don't think this particular wine adds anything to the cigar blend. Doesn't take anything away from it either. It's just kind of there. Maybe a Cabernet would be a better choice. Something with a little more oomph to stand up to the cigar. If you smoke around other people, you might want to know how this smells, and I would say it's a pretty pleasant smell. It doesn't smell too cigar-y, if that's a word, but yeah, it's a nice smell. It's fairly mild in aroma. I'm thinking about the different kinds of nuts that I've tried. Maybe it's like peanuts. Nope, I'm going back to walnuts. I think it's more of a walnut flavor. Because a walnut is a little more, what's the word? Has a little more bitter notes to it. But when I say bitter, it's not something that's unpleasant. We usually associate bitter with unpleasant, like cyanide bitter or something like that, but no, this is a pleasant kind of bitterness, balanced. One of the takeaways from visiting with the gentleman at Black Label Trading Company was that they really take pride in their craftsmanship and in their blends. They're very proud to share what they have, and they're really honed in on making a premium product for folks to enjoy. And that's pretty evident by this cigar that, you know, when you're smoking a cigar, you want to have an experience, and that's what I get with this cigar. I feel that it's a very relaxing experience. Yeah, I don't know about this wine. I feel like I have to switch to bourbon or something. The wine is not giving, y'all. It's not giving. I don't know. Do a lot of people enjoy wine with cigars? That's not something that I hear about often. I know coffee is a big one, bourbon, scotch, maybe rum to a lesser extent. And definitely not sparkling wine. Can y'all hear the studio mascot in the background wreaking havoc? Still getting a nice even burn, and we're almost to the band. For my ashophiles out there, the ash is hanging on. We will tap no ash before it's time. And I'm smoking this off of 2 days of going without a cigar. Does anyone out there have a cigar a day or more habit? I'm usually a cigar a day, but I kind of didn't smoke anything for the last 2 days, and it felt good, just that ritual of cutting and lighting. I kind of missed it. Look at that. I was going to tell you I took off the band, but I took off the band already. I'm talking to YouTube. Oh wow, that does work. I just used Gemini to turn on the camera. That's kind of scary though, because sometimes it just turns itself on and maybe you don't know it's on. At the risk of trying too many things or mixing too many things, maybe I should try some bourbon. Down to the last third. Is that when you get sad when you're smoking, when it's about to come to an end? It's especially if it's one you really enjoyed. The little bit of spice in the bourbon complements the little bit of spice in the cigar. And I think when you're doing a pairing, what you want to do is either complement the notes of the cigar or contrast. And I think what we have here is a good complement. I would say this is a medium to full strength cigar. Maybe more medium plus, with mild to medium flavors. Hello. Do you want to say hello? I think the mascot would like to say hello. Let's see. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's see. Do you want to come here and say hi? No? Okay. You just want to jump on my knees. All right, let's see. Here we go. Say hello to everybody. This is a studio mascot, Martini. Say hi, Martini. She helps with all our productions. She has her paws in everything. Okay, Martini, we're finishing up, so you have to go and make sure the ending looks good. Oh, did you show everybody your kerchief? See, there's her kerchief. I wonder, is there a contest for smoke rings? If there is, I think I probably wouldn't do well. I think I'd come in last place. Well, I don't think I'd even meet qualifying rounds. Nope, that doesn't look like anything. That is not the wind, that is Martini. As we're coming into the home stretch, things have pretty much stayed the way they are, except there's a little more spice. That chocolatey flavor is gone away, but there's still a little bit of sweetness. I'm looking at my glass of Eagle Rare and I kind of want to have another sip, but I feel like it's disappearing quickly. I think it's evaporating into the air. So just some closing thoughts for you. This is the LAWLESS cigar by Black Label Trading Company. This is a 6x50 Vitola, a Toro. And the components of it are an Ecuadorian rosado wrapper with Nicaraguan fillers and binders. So it's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of chocolate sweetness, kind of milk chocolate sweetness. And it's been a smooth, consistently burning cigar. So if you're looking for something that's medium to maybe medium plus in strength and medium in flavors, I would say this is your cigar. Now this one I don't have to smoke 2 more times to say that I love it. And I would give it 4 smoke rings if that's how we're grading it. And 5 smoke rings, those are the highest rings you could achieve. And 1 smoke ring is you're not really puffing on much. So I would give it 4 smoke rings. And I would say if you haven't tried it, definitely go out and try one. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. That was the perfect bourbon, baby.
I know what I'm doing.
Did you have some?
You think I'm gonna sit here and let you drink my good liquor and not have it?
I didn't think that.